Hello everybody! I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. I was just thinking about all of the questions that I get in the comment sections of my other videos and how I usually answer them there, but then I thought that if one person has a question, I bet a lot of other people do also. So welcome to my first semester at sea Q&A. I hope that it's helpful to you guys and that you learn a lot. Let me know down below if there's any other questions that you have about semester at sea, and I will probably include them in another video in the next week or two. So I hope this is helpful. Like and subscribe to my channel for more wonderful content like this, and let's get into your questions about semester at sea. Okay, so question number 1 is about room assignments. Do you get assigned a random roommate, or how does that work? So I was assigned a random roommate because I knew no one else on the voyage and I had no one to sign up with. So I just got assigned a random roommate and we ended up being really good friends, and that was really fun. If you do know someone that's going on the same voyage that you're already friends with, like your best friend is going with you, then you can sign up with them and room with them instead. But if you do not, then you get assigned randomly, and I think that the assignments are actually a little bit based on age because I was turning 20 and my roommate was 20, and there was one girl on the voyage who was like 23, and she was with also someone who was on the older end of the age spectrum who was also like 22, 23. So it might be a little bit by age, but it's mostly random, and you're gonna be with someone from probably on a different part of the country or even the world, so that is really fun. And you're gonna make a friend right away just because you have a roommate that you've never met before. The second question is if I knew anybody before I went on my trip, and I did not know a soul. I knew nobody and it was really scary and I almost freaked out and told my parents that I didn't want to go when we were already like the day before the ship was leaving, but it ended up okay, and I'm gonna make a whole video on how to make friends on semester at sea so that it's not so scary for you guys, and so that I don't know, so you have my advice that I learned along the way and you see that you're gonna make friends, so there's nothing to worry about. Question number 3 is how many people on my voyage did semester at sea as their gap year? So I think about 20 people were on my voyage in the fall who had never been to college before and were going right after high school, and this was their first college experience. So there are about 20 of them. It's not very common, but there's totally people who do it. And the only thing that you have to do is to be in a freshman seminar with those 20 people as one of your classes, along with your other classes, and then that's about it. Like, that's the only reason that they're like different. But I would not recommend going on semester at sea if you're under 18 because there are drink nights on the ship. If you're over 18, you can participate, and a lot of people spend their time in restaurants that have bars, and if you're under 18, you probably cannot join them, and that's going to be sort of sad to be left out. So just wait till 18 if possible, and that'll probably be the best bet for going on this voyage, but you can totally go as a gap year student. Question number 4 is about class size and how many people are in the classes, if they're small or big, and if you're someone who needs a lot of academic support, would this be a good trip for you? And most of my classes were about 20 people, so I signed up for 4 classes. Everybody has to sign up for 4. You get to choose 3 of them, and then one of them is global studies, and that is a class that everyone on the ship takes. So my 3 other classes had about 20 people in them, and then global studies is a seminar sort of class, like a lecture style, and it's split into 2 sections of everyone on the ship. So you're gonna be in a lecture hall with like 250 other students, and that is the only class that's big like that. And if you need help, you can totally find help with the professors on the ship because no one is leaving the ship. We can't really go anywhere when you're on the water, so you can go up to them at meal times, you can find them in the halls, there's always office hours, you can always get help. So I think that you can get a lot of support for academics on the ship if you need it, so do not worry about that. It is a very close community on the ship and everybody wants you to succeed. Question number 6 is about how long it took me to get accepted once I put in my application to semester at sea. And this can vary a lot for a lot of different people, but the thing that's going to take the longest is your transcript. So you have to wait until Colorado State receives your transcript in the mail before they can accept you. So even if you submit your application but do not send the transcript, you're going to have to wait till it gets to them for them to review it. And once it gets there, it can take like a week for them to review it anyway. So I think it took me maybe 2 weeks or a little more than that from when I submitted my application to when I got accepted. So if it's taking a little bit, do not worry. It'll happen. And also, if you think that something is wrong and you're not hearing from anybody, literally just find someone's email. on Semester at Sea, or you probably got an email once you submitted your application. Just email that person back and be like, hey, like, what's up? Do I need to submit other materials? Is something wrong? And they will forward that email to whoever can help you in their department. So do not worry about it. Keep contacted and just stick it out for at least 2 weeks, because it could be like a backup with how many transcripts they have and they might need more time. The 7th question that I got was if international students can sign up for Semester at Sea. And the answer to that is yes. Semester at Sea actually loves international students because they love to have a huge community of people from all around the world on the ship. So you just have to, if your GPA is not the same as it is in the United States, which it probably isn't, you have to convert it and it has to be at least 2.5, I think. And then you have to have adequate English because all of the courses on the ship are taught in English. And Semester at Sea especially loves to have people from the countries that we're going to, because you're going to be treated like a cultural mentor before we get to the countries, and people can ask you questions about the language, about the best foods to eat, about the best places to see, and just how to interact with the culture that you're from better. So of course international students are welcome on Semester at Sea. I'm glad that you asked that question. Everybody's welcome, like let's all go, it's gonna be super fun, yay. Question number 8 is about where the scholarships for Semester at Sea are listed and whether you can get a scholarship and not use it for a couple of years. So you're not going to see the scholarships come up until you are accepted onto the voyage that you're going on, and then you'll get a login that'll take you to like the homepage where you have all of your financials and such, and that is where you're going to find scholarships, and they might be released like a few months before the voyage actually starts. So if they're not there right away, like don't worry about that either, but you cannot see the scholarships until you're accepted into a voyage. So once you are accepted into the voyage, you can start signing up for scholarships. So you cannot really get them years in advance. You can get them once you sign up for the voyage that you're going to go on, and then apply for as many as possible and try to save some money. The next question that I got is if you can apply for a voyage early and how far in advance they post the next voyages. So they do fill up pretty quickly, which is something that someone asked about, like how quickly do they fill up? I would say apply as soon as you know that you want to go on it, because they can fill up. But honestly, I applied for my voyage in like March or April, and I still got to go the next fall. So like 6 months away, and the voyage wasn't filled up, so I was lucky and still got to go. But sign up as soon as you can. They usually post them about 2 years in advance, and they'll post the next one. If it's like fall right now, they'll post like the next fall one by the end of like this fall season, if that makes sense. So about 2 years in advance is when you can sign up for the next voyage. And the last question that I have for this video is what website or app you should use for finding hostels and places to stay while you're traveling in country. And I think that the best one to use is called Hostel World, and then of course I use Airbnb.com also. So these are both really great because you can type in the city that you want to go to, type in how many days you're going to be there, how many people are with you, and sometimes for like Airbnb you can even put in prices, and then Hostel World will just come up with like the cheapest options for you, which is great. And they have photos, they have reviews, they tell you if you have like free breakfast included. These are both great sites to use. So I have a whole video on planning for in-country travel. If you want to check that out, that will also be very helpful for this process using Hostel World and Airbnb. And that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'll totally make another video like this one if you guys want me to. And I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys are excited for whatever vacations or travel plans you have coming up next. And I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe, it'd be great. Goodbye.